And it's actually surprisingly easy, despite the fact that the modding for STS is currently unsupported and official mod support is slated for release after the full release of the game out of early access. It's actually really, really simple to do. The first thing you're going to want to do is pull up Steam, find your Slay the Spire install, and if you are currently in the beta branch of the game, you are going to want to opt out of that, because the beta branch updates so regularly that oftentimes the mods will not be compatible with the current beta branch of the game. They're almost always updated to the latest weekly release, however. So if you're on the release branch of the game, you should be fine. Outside of that, let's go to local files and browse the local files. This will pull up where your actual copy of STS is installed. It's going to be different for almost everyone, so this is the easiest way for us to get to it. Now, let me just quickly delete my previous mods. So now this is what your folder will look like without any mods in it. First thing you're going to want is mod the Spire. This is one that I have prepared earlier. It'll be linked in the description down below, by the way, the link to the GitHub repository for mod the Spire. Pick up on the release site the latest.zip. Shouldn't take a while to download. Yeah, just 1.1 meg, easy. Immediately open that and you can see the 3 different launching options for mod the Spire. There is the .jar, which is if you have Java 8 installed. There's the mts.cmd if you don't have Java 8 installed and you're running on Windows, and mts, which is exactly the same, mts.sh rather, which is exactly the same for if you don't have Java 8 installed but you are running on Linux. So what you're going to want to do is drag all of these out into the base folder for your game's install. Beautiful. And then you're going to want to create a new folder and call that folder mods. So this is the basic setup for the mod launcher, which is mod the Spire. If I open that now, you'll see that we've got the launcher mod the Spire, but we don't have any mods. So let's get a couple of mods in there. The first one we're going to get is base mod, which is the mod API off which a lot of the other mods work. So it's probably a really good idea to do as the first one. Again, we're on the release page for its GitHub repository. We'll download the most recent .jar. We'll keep it, although the computer is apparently telling me it might be crooked. It's definitely not. I know that for a fact. We'll drag that over into the mods folder. If we now launch the mod the Spire loader, you can see that base mod is already installed and also ticked. If I launched it at that point, I would just be running Slay the Spire with base mod installed, but base mod doesn't actually change anything on the front end. It just gives a lot more tools to modders to change things on the back end. So let's install an actual mod. Let's go for Juggermod, which is the inclusion of a new class called the Juggernaut. I actually quite like this one. Oh boy, that's 20.3 megabytes. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to fill a lot of time here. There's a lot of dead air. Oh god. Tutorials on YouTube shouldn't have any dead air. What am I doing? I may as well actually just put these back up here. Yeah, that's the kind of tutorial I am. Alright, let's keep that. Take Juggermod over into the mods. Again, we'll launch through the mod the Spire.jar and just tick the Juggermod. If I now click play, the game will launch up with all of my mods installed. So this is the way that you need to launch the game if you want to play with your mods installed. If you launch it straight through Steam after you've installed mods, it won't launch with the mods playing, because it will completely bypass the loader that is actually getting the mods to work. So that's all for now. I don't usually do tutorial videos, so I'm not really au fait with the format at all. So do they usually say goodbye? I think they do. Bye. Actually, hang on. No. That'll do.